Hello, craft beer friends, and welcome to Season 10, Episode 3 of Tap to Craft podcast. I am Denny Luce coming to you from Boise, Idaho, and my partner in craft, the dog whisperer, and my favorite Florida man from Tampa, Florida, Mr. Kris McKenzie. How are you doing tonight, sir, and what is in your glass?
Well, besides all of our quirky freaking did great. I'm great, Denny.
We're great.
I'm
We're
doing
here.
good. And in my glass, what's left, I got to refill this one, but I'm drinking a rather large beer today called Desponia
Ooh, looks fancy.
from Cigar City. It is a wheated bourbon barrel aged barley wine style ale. There's a mouthful for you for the beer. Bottle number 248 out of 500. Look at that. So it's the middle beer. But things are going good. Very, very busy day for a day off. You know, got to go grocery shopping, had to cut the grass, and had to feed the dogs, and just another fun Monday. And then we get to come on here and chat about beer. So but what about you? What's in your glass? And of course, how's your day going too?
Well, you know what? Oktoberfest is almost here, so why not drink some Oktoberfest beer?
Sounds like a great idea.
Oktoberfest fest beer at that. This is this year's version of Sierra Nevada's Oktoberfest, in collaboration with another German brewery. Don't ask me to say the name because it's Wilder Brewery or something. I don't know.
All right.
And I drank a couple of these. I got a 6-pack. Drank a couple already, and I thought, you know what? I'm almost done with this one because we, like Kris hinted at, we did have some technical difficulties getting this show started. We are starting about 20 minutes late because we were all ready to go, and then Zoom just didn't want to play.
Yeah. Well, and while we're doing that, let me go ahead and switch my networks too, because this one's getting choppy. So I'm going to go blank for a second. Denny still holding still on my screen. Hopefully I didn't ruin it entirely.
Maybe he lost his video this time. His audio. It's going to be a great show.
Unmute. Start video. I'm back. I don't remember it going through that much stuff just to switch networks. Holy cow.
Yeah. I forgot where I was at.
Well, last I heard, you were talking about fest beers, and then we were getting over our technical difficulties, and I said, well, screw it. Let's just have another one. Let's see what happens when I switch this, and then that's where we went from there.
It's okay. Okay, back to my fest beer. Yes. I had a couple of these already, and it's Oktoberfest time. I'm having another one. I don't know if it's because I just drank it so quick that I don't remember whether or not it's what I like and dislike about it. But I will say, when I've had it the last couple days, it comes across like up front like you have some good malt backbone to it, but the hops quickly like kind of take over the show, and you don't have the mouthfeel on this year's version, that you have on normal Oktoberfest. That have that little medium body, that you feel that malt character, in there. So it comes across almost a little watery, a little bit, a little thin, which is sad. And I think I mentioned this last year, that last year's Oktoberfest was a really good one. I drank a lot of it. They came back from a previous year before that was not so good. And it seems like every odd year maybe is the good Oktoberfest collaboration. Is that, you think? Or not, every even year.
Every even year?
Last year was, because last year's was really good. And this year's is not horrible. It's just, I think I rated it a 3.75. It's just okay, right? It's not, it's not, there's better Oktoberfest out there. But it's the only time you're going to get this version is this year. So go out and try a 6-pack. It may not be your favorite. It's still a good beer. And how am I doing? I am doing well. It's Monday. Mondays go as Mondays go. I started off, I showed up at work, and right off the bat, I barely sit down, and I'm getting pinged from India and Israel at the same time that they want to talk to me about some issues. And I said, well, okay, well, the India guy, he hit me up first, and it's later in India than it is in Israel. So I said, okay, I'll take the India call first. And then I got halfway through his conversation. He dropped off. I got into the other conversation. He wanted back in. I said, sorry, I'm going to finish this other conversation. And then he jumped back 2 hours in the morning before I even got anything done. I was on the phone, long distance, covering stuff. And I'll tell you what, it put me off kilter the entire day because I just didn't have a chance to slowly roll into my day. It's okay because now we're drinking beer. Now I'm chatting with my good buddy, Kris. We're going to talk about some good topics about craft beer and enjoy each other's company and enjoy our listeners who are following us on Facebook Live as we record this.
Like Eric Gronley.
Yeah.
He's here.
And Jeff Seiler.
Well, Jeff hasn't said anything yet, so I don't necessarily know he's
here. Okay. Well,
hint.
Now that we got all that out, and there will be some editing of our intro because, that's the way we roll. But before we get started into the meat of the show, we always want to let anyone new listening to Tap to Craft podcast know what we're all about. We are an educational podcast focused around celebrating all things craft beer because we want to assist you, our listener, along in your craft beer journey and adventures. And in this episode, we are... Well, I gotta tell you, I guess if you want to follow along with us as we record live, like Jeff Seiler and Eric Gronley are doing right now, you can join us on Facebook Live the Monday before the show releases. Just jump on Facebook, look for the post, and join in on the conversation. Be a part of the show,
and then share the post too.
And of course, share the post too.
Share
we love sharing. But in this episode, we were going to learn about Oktoberfest. Now, we've had other shows about Oktoberfest over the last 9+ years, but this show's a little different. We're going to talk a little bit about the history, just remind people what Oktoberfest is all about, and then we're going to go in and talk about how you can prepare if you want to go to Munich, Germany, and celebrate Oktoberfest the German style, how to prepare for that. I've never done it. I don't think, Kris, you've ever done either, right?
No.
So we're not experts. But you know what? There's a lot of good information out there on the interwebs, that tells you what to do. And we're just going to go and talk about that because it's a good seasonal conversation because that is the season. We also have our August mini Tacker of the Month unboxing we'll be doing here in just a minute. Always look forward to that, as well as some great beer conversation. And Kris and I would like to thank all of our Patreon supporters because this episode is brought to you in part by our satisfied Patreon supporters like Mike Allen, Bill Slimmer, Amanda and Kevin Argauer, Mike Blanchard, Tara Carlson and Jim Kutzel, and Alex Fuchs, who are our virtual producers, and Tom Byrne, Jeff Seiler, Johan Halberg, Chad Lamassa, Mark Church, and Eric Gronley, who want to buy us a virtual beer. If you enjoy the content we provide, we invite you to support the show by toasting your hosts or buying us a virtual beer or even becoming a virtual producer. You can explore all the options on our support page by visiting patreon.com/tapthecraft. Okay, Kris, let's have some fun and let's go ahead and get our mini Tacker of the Month Club opened up, unboxed for our listeners to see what goodies we have for the month of August.
This is like my favorite part.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I was disappointed. Our box, our little mini Tacker came the day after we recorded. It was just barely missed it. And we've been pretty lucky to get them like the day of or the day before. So this time our luck ran out, but it's okay. It's still in August, and we can still enjoy sharing this Tacker with our listeners.
And we shared this Tacker on our Facebook page.
Well, good. If it's the one I think it is, I think that's a fantastic looking Tacker. Oh, I can tell it is.
So
Okay.
I love pointing this out when we open these boxes. So not only, the boxes that they come in, they say tin tackers all over the outside of them, but they come wrapped up. They're
Mm-hmm.
not just thrown in a box. They come wrapped up with an individual sticker. And, because I haven't got to hang this one up yet because I'm just slacking. This was from
Slacker.
last month. They come in really nicely wrapped up, and they're not just wrapped in paper. Like they don't slide out of there. So they're not getting all beat up and shipping either, unless you have unless your mailman
Mm-hmm.
at work, like mine occasionally takes and shoves this box in there and it shoves it in there so it fits in the mailbox. And then I told them, no, stop doing
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. You owe me. All right. Well, we got some
Picky.
August free free swag. And again, this is for your sticker collection. So not only do you get a mini tacker, you get some free swag this month. It's a sticker. So Kris, you have the sticker?
I do. It's right
You show
here.
off the sticker. So this is a sticker, and it says, when we asked our members what their favorite brewery swag was, the clear winner was stickers.
Stickers.
So here's another one for your collection, and my personal favorite thus far: Miami Heist sticker from Liquid Gravity Brewing Company. It's die cut with a crack and peel back. As always, thank you for being a member to our Mini Tacker of the Month Club. Don't forget to use your discount Tap to Craft, all one word, every time you make a
Oh,
purchase of 10, you get 10% off your order. So yeah, this sticker is awesome.
yeah. They gave us that one. They gave us this one. Oh, that's upside
Yeah.
down. They gave us this one. Again, upside down. I can't keep my chin together over here. And then this one, Denny. This didn't
What's
come
that
from Tin
one?
Tackers,
Oh, you got that from yeah,
but
special
we might be chatting with these guys. We should be chatting with these guys next episode.
nice. That's awesome. Okay, so Kris, you already opened up your
I just cut it open.
package. You
I
cut
cut
it
it
open.
open. So we're
Okay.
gonna unwrap this here. Kind of show you guys what these look like. And I don't know if you guys have ever seen the pictures of what it looks like when Jen and her team are packing these up. I could imagine. I don't want to imagine having to pack all these up because man, the time that they take for each one of them, they wrap them up, they put a sticker in there, they put a card in there about it. So we always get like a little card that talks about the tacker of the month. They must keep them busy. I'll say that much.
And unwrap, Kris. You're slow. Look at that.
Yeah, well, listen,
Beautiful.
I like to keep the plastic so I can use it again later. I don't know. But yeah, this is so
oh,
cool. And
this is a beautiful tacker.
love that.
Oh yeah. This is very, very nice. Love the colors. Love the Miami Heist Hazy Double IPA, Liquid Gravity Brewing.
A lot of cool details in that one too. So like the helicopter up at the top. And then
Yeah.
I don't know who those guys are, but I would hope, there we go, get a little focus on there. I would hope that's maybe like one of the brewers or one of their
Yeah.
staff or something. There it goes. But yeah, this is a cool one.
All right. So here's what the August Mini Tacker of the Month Club has to say here. It says, for your wall, Liquid Gravity Brewing Company, whether or not you were a fan of the iconic Vice Cop duo, Crockett and Tubbs, you will enjoy this play on the 80s police drama that changed television forever. This month, we feature the Miami Hazy Double IPA Mini Tacker from Liquid Gravity Brewing. Liquid Gravity Brewing is located in San Luis Obispo,
San
California.
Luis Obispo.
Yeah. So I listen to the Brewing Network's stuff, and they have Liquid Gravity on quite a bit, and I really want to try their beers. Now, I've got the tin tacker, mini
Now
tin
we have
tacker,
to.
and
Now,
sticker. Now I need to get the beer.
so now we just have to tag them here on our show and go, hey, we want to talk to you guys
Mm-hmm.
and maybe try some of your beers.
Yeah, they're making some good beers. Would love to try their beers. Need to get down there, down south, try their beers. All right. Well, thank you, Jen, for sending us the mini tacker of the month for August. Great, great stuff in this tacker. So if you still have time, they still said they had a few more left. If you haven't signed up for your mini tacker of the month club, you should do it. You have it good chance of getting this fantastic mini tacker. Okay, Kris, we have a voicemail. Are you ready for the voicemail? It's from our buddy Mark Reedy. And just while you're preparing that, Kris, I do have to say, Mark Reedy is alive and well. He just had some stuff going on and was behind on the episode, a couple episodes. It just so happens the day after we recorded, he reached out to us and said, "Oh, it looks like I won. Oh, great." And I said, "I'm sorry, Mark, but we already have a new winner we've already submitted his name
Yeah.
in, so we have to, kind of pull back on that." He was fine about it. He was good about it, and he said, "Well, there's always next time."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, but Mark did send us a voicemail, and this is going back to our conversation about crowler leakage. So we've had a few people that are in the industry that have called in. Mark or Buck Buchanan last episode, he had a voicemail about crowlers, and now we've got Mark Reedy, who is a crowler sealing machine.
Yeah.
So are you
Apparently.
ready to play Mark's voicemail?
Here we go.
Hey, fellas, it's Mark Reedy calling from Monterey, California. Actually, right now I'm calling from San Francisco. I'm on the way up there to pick up my daughter. So I got some time to try to catch up on our episodes. This might be redundant. Maybe you've already gotten the answer to the crowler situation maybe an episode ago. I guess I'm just getting caught up. We got 1.5 more to catch up. The deal is, for me, I'm very obsessive about how the crowlers are made. Some breweries will start off with a shot of CO2, but then check to see if the top and the can match, because sometimes they are defective. And then you fill the thing up entirely with beer. Don't leave any head in there, in my opinion, through my research. Have a little bubbling over. You put the lid on, the rest is gonna come out, and you should have nothing but beer in there. You fill it up twice, make sure it's locked down, turn it a few times, run the rotator again 2 more times, I think, and when you pull it out, you wipe it off and give it a good squeeze and make sure nothing is leaking out. Sometimes even let it sit. Beers that have a late developing head, I call them growers as opposed to showers. They're a little harder to seal up. You have to let that head develop and then smooth it out right out of there.
Okay.
And if anybody has a crowler that I've made that leaks, I want that thing to come back, and I want to do it again for them. And our taproom supports that. Hope that helps. I will talk to you guys again soon. Have a great day when you get this. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Well, thank you, Mark, for your inputs. Very thorough, and I think everyone understands that it's repetition helps make sure you have a good seal. I wonder though if there's too much repetition, if that can cause a weakness as well. I don't know.
I think for our folks that are in the industry, you guys are putting crowlers together. Maybe send us a video. See if you can send us a video of you guys putting a crowler together. When you're not crazy busy and pouring beers for 40 different people. Throw it in our in the chat on not the chat. God, use your words, Kris. The messenger, the Facebook Messenger.
Oh, Messenger. Yeah,
Facebook Messenger. Works. That way we'll share it too. Make sure everybody gets tagged in it.
Okay. Awesome. Well, thank you, Mark. You can be like Mark and leave us a voicemail by calling 208-536-3359. Or if too many numbers confuse you, you can try 208-53 oddly. We love hearing your voicemails, so send us your voicemails. And if you're too shy and don't want to send your voice to us,
do it anyway.
Worry. Yeah, do it anyway, because we still love it. But you can always write us with your comments and questions at taptocraft@gmail.com, or leave us a post on our Facebook page at facebook.com/taptocraft. And of course, visit our very own website, taptocraft.com. We do have a Discord server. That's where we're kind of doing We're kind of stepped away from our other social medias as far as Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it. That platform is pretty much gone down the drain. But Discord, we're still trying to get the hang of that thing. So hey, get on there, chat. There's a few people that do like to interact on there. I've been trying to be better at it. So it's you can find the Discord server link on the top of our webpage or on our Linktree site, or just type in taptocraft.com/Discord. It'll take you right to our page. Easy. Okay, Kris, let's continue the conversation, because now it's time to untap the craft and see what our listeners are drinking according to Untapped.
Well, I am scrolling down to the bottom of the page here, and it looks like there's been a little bit of drinking going on. It looks like there's also some people doing some traveling too, which is pretty awesome. And I'm going to start with a Denny, my words are just not
it's
happening.
One of those shows,
today.
huh?
You know what? We're just going to enjoy the fact that it's happening and just say blank it all. We're just going to have some fun doing it. So the first one is going to come from Matt Knight, which he is playing some Diablo while slaying some demons while playing some Diablo, while he's checking into this Rippin' Heaters by Fifth Frame Brewing Company. And Matt, kind of a little side note, my neighbors that just moved a couple of days ago are headed your way. They're heading to Syracuse, so kind of nearby. But he's checking into
Syracuse further north.
Syracuse is, I want to say it's further east.
East, okay.
I
lose track of where everything is.
In New York. Erie, Buffalo, Rochester, Syracuse.
Okay,
I think
it's close. It's close by.
It's close by. It's about an hour-ish or so away. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. A beer called Rippin' Heaters by Fifth Frame Brewing Company. He said it's just a fantastic coffee porter to have while slaying demons while playing some Diablo, and a 4.25 cap rating to go along with this check-in. And moving on to our next one, it's making me hungry. A lot of people, 408 people have liked this check-in. Wow. Jeff Seiler said I was correct with my geography. I don't know who exactly this is, but Gediminus B. Gediminus B. I don't know. I swear I should share this screen with you guys when I do this, so you're not listening to me going, can't even read. He's drinking a Brooklyn lager by Brooklyn Brewing Company. And he said, I can't get enough of these crispy calamari rings. He gave it a 4 cap rating, and great picture of some delicious calamari rings. Travis Watson is checking into a Peaches by Zillicoa Beer Company, and he's drinking this inside a dumpster. It's he says mixed fermentation lager with peaches. Nailed it. Great flavor and depth. 4.5 cap rating to go along with this one. And great picture, Travis, to go along with this beer you checked into. Kevin Page is checking into an anatomical transmutation by no other than Burial Beer Company. Kevin, where are you getting all this Burial? Being that you live in, the frickin' Orlando area.
I think he makes road trips and brings it all back. And
well, he makes a lot of road trips. Anyway, 5 cap rating for this beer. No notes to go along with it. Alex Fuchs is drinking a O Cezanne by Chevette at the B7 Beer House. 4 cap rating, but no notes to go along with it. My buddy Scott Coop is drinking a Janet Reno's Dance Party by Call to Arms Brewing Company. He's currently in, I believe, Denver, Colorado, but he gave it a 4.5 cap rating to go along with this beer. Great name too. Alex Fuchs is also drinking a West Coast IPA by Green Flash.
Wow, Green Flash is still
are they still around, or Alex, did you just find this tucked away somewhere?
Oh, wow.
hopefully it was okay still to drink. But he gave it a 4.25 cap rating, so it must not have been too bad. He also checked into the Chunk America Cake by Drecker Brewing Company.
Oh, yeah, wait? Is that one I had? Now I can't remember. Did I have?
There's so many. There's so
I
many.
did have a chunk. I did have a chunk.
But he said nothing's more than just sweet, and gave it a 4 cap rating for that beer. Let's see who did have it. Did our friends have it? Alex had it. Denny, you did have it. You said another very well done pastry sour from Drecker. I do not want to drink these all the time, but once in a while, it's a nice treat. Thick and creamy, berries, bananas, and vanilla with a bit of tartness, even a touch of cake flavor as well. You gave it 4.5 caps.
Yeah. It was good.
Alex gave it 4, and Tom Byrne also gave it 4 as well.
Oh man. Well, I guess I just liked a little bit more.
Well, your ratings might be inflated. That's all. And you know what? I have to admit something to you. I drank a beer the other day, and I rated it solely on the style.
Okay. What kind of beer was it?
It was great for the style. It was a blonde ale. It was at Marker 48. I haven't checked into it yet, but it was at Marker 48. It was a peach and honey beer. Oh. And initially when I got it, I was like, oh, peaches. Yes. It's like one of my favorite flavors ever. And then I drank it, and it was very subtle, very light. And I went and I started drinking, and I was like, oh, well, it wasn't exactly what I thought it was going to be. And then I thought about it. It's a blonde ale. It's supposed to be really light and really subtle. And I went, well, because it's this style, I can appreciate it that much more. And I went, damn it. Now I have to tell Denny.
Yeah, because, well, for one thing, you're right. Nothing's worse than having too much of a flavor that overpowers the beer.
Yeah.
And you're right. They did a good job by having just enough to give you the essence of it there without taking away from the beer. I appreciate that.
Yep. So it was nice to be able to do that, and then realize now I gotta talk to Denny about this. And all right, Art Warcheck is drinking a Ghost in the Laboratory, or Ghost in the Laboratory, depending on how you pronounce it, by Equilibrium Brewery. He's checking into the Giant Eagle Portage Crossing Market District. 4.25 caps for this beer. Next on the list, I got to give this one a toast because you and I are tagged in it, Denny. Jeff Seiler is drinking a Gemini Strawberry Mango Watermelon Candy.
Wow. Whoa.
And it makes sense from the brewery, from Mortalis Brewing Company. And he said, I have heard great things about Mortalis, and this totally lives up to the hype. Super fruity flavors with a juicy and sweet finish. We'll definitely seek out more. 4.5 cap rating for this check-in. And yeah, Mortalis is one of those breweries. From what I've had of them, it can be breakfast in a can if you have enough.
It's good if you have the wallet that can support it.
Well, that helps too. Next on the list, Bill Schlemmer is drinking an Oktoberfest by Black Rocks Brewery. Checking in at 2S Cottage on Bass Lake. Great photo too. Can of beer in a nice glass sitting on the end of a pier, boat, and a lake in the background. Looks like a great way to spend a summer evening. He said, good tasting Martzen, malty with a little sweetness and nice spice notes. 4 cap rating for that check-in. I'm going to read this one just because of the can art, and it's from Chad Lamassa, so we can continue his check-in streak. But he is drinking a Shell Hopped by Antietam Brewery, and it's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles themed can. And he said, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, so this was a can art purchase. And as Raphael is the best turtle, not true, I had to make sure he made it into the picture. It's an okay hazy. At least I can keep the label. 3.5 caps for that check-in. Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about your turtle preferences, Chad.
What's your turtle preference?
Leonardo, of course.
Leonardo? Okay, I don't know. I don't know anything about turtles, so sorry.
Do you know anything about Ninja Turtles or Mutant Ninja Turtles or even Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
I think I know that.
Eric Gronley, don't you start with me too.
I think that Donatello is the worst one. Is that right? I don't know.
I mean, I'm sure you're going to upset someone with your opinion. Eric Gronley said Raphael is 100% the best one.
Okay, I agree with them.
Something tells
they
me
know what they're talking about.
Tina thinks that Raphael is the best Ninja Turtle too.
There you
but
go.
you're all
You
wrong.
must be wrong. Okay, what's the weapons? What is Raphael?
Well, Raphael has the size, so he's got the size, and then Leonardo
Those
was
the knives with the 3 points.
Yep, and then Leonardo had the swords. Donatello had the staff or the bow.
Staff, yeah. So he's the worst one. Yeah.
Oh, he had the lamest weapon, I suppose.
Yeah, because that's all about the weapons.
And then Michelangelo, he had the nunchucks, which, I mean, I guess it's kind of the coolest weapon. But who was your favorite Ninja Turtle? See what she says. She's gonna hang me out to dry too. Watch. Everybody's gonna be on the Raphael train here in a minute.
Yeah.
All right. Mike Allen checking into a Two-Hearted IPA by Bell's Brewery. Always a classic. 4.25 caps for his check-in. He didn't check in at the Taco Mac this time. He's drinking this one at home.
What? Whoa, he gave up his address?
Well, it just says untapped at home.
Oh, okay.
But if you know the right websites. Yeah, if you know the right websites, you can find out where it is.
I mean, I got the 100 level untapped at home badge, and I went back to the back cave. No, I then changed it up to the Taps of Craft headquarters.
Oh yeah,
I did that after Eric Gronley. We had GHQ.
Yep.
Or
GHQ.
Yeah. For
I'll
headquarters.
Yeah, I'll tell you because I'm about to read one of his check-ins too.
Oh.
He's drinking. Oh, she was a Michelangelo fan. Yeah, she likes the bad boys. So Eric is drinking a Polar Express by Blackstack Brewing at the GHQ of all places.
Yeah.
He said, I hear the train a coming. It's rolling around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. It's great cold IPA from Blackstack. Very crisp, citrus and melon flavors. No rating to go along with it, though, with all these great words. Like, come on, Gronley, get it together. All right. Jeff Seiler again. I love that he gets a hold of beers like this. He's drinking a 3-way IPA, the Chico Hazy Blue by Fort George Brewery. And he says, really tasty, hazy IPA. Eric Gronley said, 1,000 points for singing along, Kris. Yes. Yeah. Nothing wrong with a little Johnny Cash.
So I haven't got the hazy one yet. I drank the West Coast one and mentioned it as on my new Noteworthy, but I haven't had the hazy one yet. So I need to find that one. What Jeff give that?
4 caps.
Okay.
You and I were tagged in this one as well. So it's the 3-way IPA, Chico Hazy Blue from this year. And he said, real tasty hazy IPA collab with Anchorage and Cellar Maker. Big thanks to Denny, Luce, and Tap the Craft podcast for the heads up on this Fort George series. What a great idea.
Okay.
So I don't know
if
you
did have that one then, because I had the one from Cellar Maker and Anchorage.
Eric
but
said
maybe they have the same breweries doing different West Coast, but I think I had the West Coast version.
Oh, okay. Well, Eric said he went back and gave it a 4.5 cap.
You guilted him into it.
Yeah, well, I guilted him into it, but you need to get it together, man.
We had another listener that after listening to the show went and rated his beer because he just forgot. It was Chalamasa, I think, just forgot to rate a beer. And we gave him a bad time, so he went and rated it.
Well, you didn't check into this beer. Tom Byrne, Alex Fuchs, and Jeff Seiler did, but you haven't checked into this one. Yeah, I had the other one then, yeah.
Let's
see. David Martin is checking into If Seeing is Believing by Birds Fly South Ale Project. What a name for a brewery. Very tasty double IPA, smooth and flavorful, 4.25 caps. I love these notes from Chad. Chad's drinking an Evoker by Falling Branch Brewery. He said, more boring can, but better beer. This is a mix of an IPA and Saison. That aftertaste is there, but it's very subtle, so it's not turning me off. If I remember correctly, Chad's not a fan of Saisons.
No, he's not. But I'm not a fan of hoppy Saisons. I think so.
Maybe it's just enough.
Just enough? Maybe.
Maybe it's just enough. I don't know. I remember John's Saison being a little on the hoppy side too.
Maybe
Maybe.
I am a fan of a hoppy Saison.
We just don't know anymore. But he gave it a 4 cap rating, so it's got to be pretty decent. Leo is drinking a very cool, very modern by Torque Brewing. 4.5 cap rating for this one, but no notes to go along with it. And my buddy James Martinez, he's currently in Alaska right now. But
Oh,
he lives here in the Tampa area, but him and his girlfriend are in Alaska. He's checking into a Boardwalker Amber by Devil's Club Brewing Company, checking in at the brewery. He gave it a 3.25 cap rating, but you know, it's cool that he's in Alaska checking into stuff. And I love he's like us. We go on vacation, we do it based on beer. We vacation on beer. And he's checking into a handful of other stuff. I just hit refresh. He's at Devil's Club Brewing Company, checking into their Doc Jump, which he gave 4 caps to, Binks Beer, 3.5 caps, and their signature IPA that he gave 3.75, and the Golden Cazo, which was 4.5 caps. And that is what everybody's drinking.
nice. Okay. Well, I changed up my beer and I'm almost done. In that time we did all that, I'm drinking a 10 Barrel Brewing Sinister Black Ale. I haven't seen this beer around for a while, and it's come back out. Now I just decided, you know what? I enjoy that beer. So I've got a 6-pack of it, and now I have that much left after our Untapped the Craft segment. Just a smidge. But I have one more beer that we can drink while we do our Brew Buzz. And it is time for our Brew Buzz segment, which is devoted to discussing various beer-related topics. This week we learn about Oktoberfest, the origins, and how you can prepare for attending the festival in Munich, Germany. I did pull this information from 3 different websites. You can find the links in the show notes, which will be on the show post on tapthecraft.com, or in your app. Just cycle through the notes and there'll be links there. What exactly is Oktoberfest? Written by Alex Ryan Thompson, found on the Clemson University Home and Garden Information Center. Odd place, but good information. When is Oktoberfest 2023? Found on the official Oktoberfest website. Why not go to the source? And Oktoberfest 2023 in Munich, what you need to know, found on the Oktoberfesttours.travel website. Again, hey, get the information where people are doing, get from the sources.
So just real quick, kind of backtracking, Denny, I don't want to interrupt you too much, but Tina just asked me, why do you want to know who my favorite Ninja Turtle is? And so it was for the show. We were just trying to figure out who everyone's favorite Ninja Turtle was. Everybody loved Raphael. And she goes, yeah, he sucked.
All right. So we need to find out from people who actually enjoy the Ninja Turtles and have their favorite. We need to find out why their favorite is their favorite. Why is Raphael so many people's favorite? Is it because he had smirky comments? Was it because he had the cool weapons, or what?
Well, I'm getting ready to share a post onto our Facebook page that is literally Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and beer pairings. So that's just cool on its own.
That is cool.
But we're gonna have to take a poll, because Donatello pairs with a Kolsch, and Raphael is with a strong bitter.
Okay, see, he must have a bitter attitude.
Raphael is cool but rude. That's how the song goes. Yeah. Okay. And Michelangelo's a party dude.
Okay. All right. Well, hey, back to our Brew Buzz. Now, Kris and I will be bouncing back and forth. We're first going to start off with some information, just a recap on what Oktoberfest is all about. Then we'll go into how you can prepare for attending the festival in Germany. So, Oktoberfest season is upon us. It is time for sausage, pretzels, lederhosen, drindles, Bavarian flags, and most famously, beer. It is not uncommon to see your local downtown German restaurant or brewery covered in blue and white checkered flags and have large picnic tables surrounded by revelers. The steady thump of a tuba sets the pace for the Oompa band, named after the characteristic sound of a traditional Bavarian music, as people clad in lederhosen and I guess it's called dirndls. I don't know. I can't say that word. Dirndls,
Dirndls. Sure.
which is the traditional Bavarian attire. They host steins or glass boots filled with amber hue beer in celebration. Oktoberfest is an annual festival held in Munich, Bavaria, Germany, and the festival originated with a party held in celebration of a royal marriage on October 12th, 1810. Crown Prince Ludwig, later King Ludwig I of Bavaria, married the Princess Teresa of Saxe-Hildburghausen in Munich. I just kind of let that roll off my tongue.
Super sexy.
I don't know if that was really how you said her name, but it's okay. The citizens of Munich were invited to attend the wedding festivities held on Theresienwiese, which is Teresa's Meadow, which has been renamed in honor of the crown princess. The celebration proved so popular, the town decided to host a party again in 1811. That's a great party. If it was so good the first year, you want to have it again.
You want to party like it's 1811.
Yeah. The party eventually became an annual event known to the locals of Munich as Oktoberfest. Also, why is it spelled with a K? It's pretty simple. The month of October is spelled with a K in the German language. Most non-German festivals keep this spelling in honor of its German roots.
Well, only the best things are spelled with a K. Just saying.
Yeah. Don't make a mistake.
Like my name.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Oktoberfest is occasionally. Wow. Oktoberfest is officially held in Munich from September 17th until the first Sunday in October or October 3rd, whichever comes later. The multitude of other Oktoberfest celebrations around the world occur roughly within this time frame. From 1811 on, Oktoberfest grew in popularity. The festival grew to include live concerts, carnival rides, an agricultural fair, horse races, and the famous beer tents. If there is one thing Oktoberfest is most famous for, it's the beer. In fact, roughly 7.5 million gallons of beer are consumed each year at the Munich Oktoberfest alone.
Yeah.
Beer at the Munich Oktoberfest falls into a very specific category. Beers served must adhere to the German Reinheitsgebot, or the German law that defines the ingredients of beer, must be brewed within the city limits of Munich and fall under one of two styles, known as Marzen or Fest beer. Marzen or March beer is the traditional beer of the Munich region. It's deep amber in color, features subtle amounts of German hops, and typically has an alcohol content between 5 and 6.5% ABV. Fest beer is nearly identical to Marzen, except that it's noticeably lighter in color. The light color also makes the beer a bit less sweet and much more quaffable.
Quaffable. Wow.
Quaffable. That's a hell of a name. Hell of a word. Many American craft breweries produce their own versions of beers for their own Oktoberfest celebrations. In addition to these two beers, it is highly likely you will find locally brewed versions of other German-styled beers such as Weissbier, Pilsner, Bock, and others. Furthermore, typical activities including stein hoisting, traditional German dancing and music, outfit contests, and if you're not watching live on Facebook, you are missing out right now, and German-inspired food menu. So don your lederhosen or dirndl, grab a stein and a pretzel, and find your local Oktoberfest celebration.
Yeah. So we want to encourage everyone to go out there and visit your local breweries or your local towns' Oktoberfest festivities. I used to go every year to one or two different festivals. I really enjoyed it. Now that I'm getting kind of older and I've done it, it's no longer, sometimes I just get tired. I haven't been to an Oktoberfest locally for a few years, but they are fun. And if you haven't gone to one, go enjoy it. And I think one of the reasons why I kind of slowed down is I was drinking way too much beer, because you get that 1 liter Stein and you don't realize how quickly that beer goes down. And before you know it, you just drank 3 liters of beer.
Yeah.
And you haven't eaten anything because you forgot to eat your half chicken. And then you're falling on your face. And that's not
Worth
good.
it.
Yeah. Okay. So you want to go to Munich for Oktoberfest. Here is what you need to know. Each year, between 6 and 7 million people find this out for themselves. And don't you want to be one of them? Of course you do. They consume 7 million liters of beer, eat 500,000 half chickens, and they party hard and dance harder. Nice. Get your dance on.
Great. I can't go. I can't dance to save my life.
Well, you can with a few liters of beer in you.
You're sure right? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I can.
Oh yeah. My dance shoes loosen up a little bit.
Listen, I've got the white man's disease. It's pretty bad.
And we'll be perfect. You know what? We should celebrate Oktoberfest together, because we are too alike.
Yep.
We both don't have any kind of moves. All right. So why is Oktoberfest starting in September? Fair enough. The majority of the 18 days of Oktoberfest take place not in October, but in September. The name comes from the history of the Weissen. Or the Weiss. Yeah, the Weissen. I'll call it Weissen. The occasion for the first Oktoberfest was we already mentioned, 1810, which was the wedding of the Bavarian Crown Prince Ludwig to Princess Teresa. On October 12th, 1810, the festivities began, and they ended on October 17th with a horse race. Since it was so well received, the festival was repeated the following years, then extended, and at this point brought forward into September, because the weather played a role in moving the dates, which in Munich at the end of September often provides a pleasant, mild Indian summer, which is true Oktoberfest weather. So even though it started in October, why it's called Oktoberfest, they moved it to better weather so that more people could enjoy it without being miserable, right? No one wants to be wet and rainy. They want to enjoy some of the nice fall weather. So they made it in September. All right. Kris, carry on.
There we go. When to attend Oktoberfest in 2023. So when exactly should you attend? Well, there's a few decisions that you're going to have to make. This is why we drink first. Here's what you need to know or need to consider when choosing when to attend Oktoberfest. You got to choose at the beginning versus at the end. Two specific times to consider attending an Oktoberfest are the opening ceremony and the closing ceremony. Both are spectacular in their own ways and equally tough to get into, but are both worth their weight in schnitzel. The opening ceremony in the Schottenhamel tents marks the official start of Oktoberfest when the Lord Mayor of Munich taps the first keg and shouts, "Oh, zapt is." Sure. I could tell. The Oktoberfest equivalent of a green flag being waved on a racetrack. The festivities have begun. Get to prosting or get the hell out of the way. The Oktoberfest closing ceremonies in the Hockenschor tent is another spectacle to behold. Imagine 10,000 of your new best friends, because you know you're going to make friends when you're drinking that much beer, in one huge sing-along. The lights go down, the sparklers are lit. It's like New Year's Eve, your 21st birthday, and graduation all rolled into one. Look how many beers you consumed this year. You're all grown up now. Then you got to take into consideration weekdays versus weekends, not counting opening and closing day at Oktoberfest. Fridays and weekends are the toughest time to find space for your tush in a beer tent. But if this is in your plan for Oktoberfest, be sure to arrive to the Triesenweiss with the rising sun and keep your bum planted on the bench all live long day. So that just tells me, Denny, that when I go, I'm going during the week.
Yeah.
Because I am not getting up at this. I don't get up at the freaking crack of dawn now anyway. Like I scheduled an appointment at like 10 o'clock the other day, and getting up at 9 was a little tough.
Well, keep in mind, you'll be jet lagged. She'll be awake anyway.
Yeah, but jet lagged in the wrong direction. I'll sleep till 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, during the week, yeah. So during the week and during the day is going to be your best bet to easily find a seat in a beer tent. You can even sleep in if you want to. Speaking my language, but just a little bit. We don't waste precious drinking hours now, do we? No,
exactly.
we don't. But sleeping in, oh, talk dirty to me.
Yeah. So I think a lot depends on what you want to experience, right? If you want to go and just enjoy the beer and some of the activities without having the crowds, then definitely during the day, during the weekdays is the best time. But if you want to experience all the craziness with all the people, standing room only, maybe you need to go on the weekends and in the evenings to really get the full. So if you're going to be there a week, I think you owe it to yourself to go on a weekend, go during the week to have some fun, and enjoy both aspects of it. Right, get a taste of each.
I'd say do it to experience it. I don't know. I mean, how are you with monster crowds, Denny? Because like
I hate crowds.
I'll
hate
deal with
crowds.
them if I have to, but
I close up with big crowds. I just don't like the noise and stuff. I get overstimulated with the noise. So yeah, but I don't know. I think I would at least probably go for an hour just to experience it, and then spend most of my time during the week, during the day.
Okay. Yeah, that makes good sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And maybe even like go during the day at at noon and stay until, 6 or 7. And then you get to experience some of the evening activity and some fun during the day.
Okay.
Fun too. Okay, so where is the Oktoberfest in Munich? Well, the Oktoberfest takes place every year on the largest fairground in Munich, the Theresienwiese. It is adorned, or rather overlooked, by the bronze 18-meter-high Bavaria statue, on which the steps you can perfectly enjoy a break from the hustle of Oktoberfest. The fairground, where also the spring festival or the winter Tollwood take place at other times of the year, is located quite centrally in Munich, slightly southwest of the city center. For navigation on your online map, they recommend entering either the name Theresienwiese or Bavarian into your app to find out the right place to go. However, it is best to take the public transport. The nearest underground stations are the Theresienwiese, Gotzenplatz, or the Schwarzenhall. The S-Bahn station from which you can walk to Oktoberfest is the quickest to go to Hackerbrook. Wow, so yeah, there's a lot of stuff to remember here, but I'm sure if you're going to go all that way, you'll have everything mapped out and ready to roll.
Well, I feel like if we were to do this, I would want somebody to go with us. Like, want to take a semi-seasoned veteran with us. At least somebody who's been once, I guess,
Who's
would
that?
be enough seasoning.
So
I don't
Joel?
know.
I think Joel's gone.
I know. I think Joel has gone. I don't know.
Joel and
Dan Charlie.
Dan Charlie.
Yeah. Well, is there a dress code at the Oktoberfest? Whether young or old, the clothing of the visitors is definitely eye-catching at the Oktoberfest. So-called dirndls with blouses and festive aprons and fine leather trousers, paired with traditional shirts and jackets, have become a must for all of those who want to visit the world-famous Oktoberfest. Their traditional costume can be traced back to the 19th century, when it was first worn as clothing by farmers and workers. Today, there's a real hype about the most beautiful dirndl robes and stylish leather trousers. For the ladies, that means a traditional Bavarian dirndl, white blouse, knee length or longer, dress, apron, and comfortable shoes you're not afraid to spill beer on. For the gents, that means lederhosen, white or plaid button-up shirt, knee socks, or calf warmers, some comfortable loafers, and if you really want to go all out Bavaria, an alpine hat Ooh la la.
Oh,
Prost
yeah.
indeed. There's a bit more that goes into dressing for Oktoberfest. The unwritten rules, accessories, hair, and what do you mean it matters how I tie my apron bow? By the way, the side on which a dirndl wearer places the bow of its apron shows whether she is single, widowed, or in a relationship.
Yeah. So there's a lot of
I can't wait to screw this up.
yeah, these unwritten rules that you'll find on the websites that I have posted. At least links to other sites that have a lot of information. I had no idea. For one thing, ladies, uh, don't show the breasts. They the proper attire is it could be pushed up, but inside. Don't be popping those things out and showing off that you'll be a costume, uh, like a Halloween costume type of person if you do that. So there are a few things, a lot of jewelry, um, you know, like I said, hairstyle, braid. You got to have a braid that's done, and there's a lot of things that I didn't realize that were so traditional and unspoken that the locals will know you're not a local. Well, they'll know I'm not a local when they see
Please.
me. Okay, so what's the Oid Weissen? On the more traditional Oid Weissen, the atmosphere is rather cozy away from the riot of the real Oktoberfest. Originally, it was planned in 2010 as a unique event for the 20th anniversary, or 200th, I said 20th, 200th anniversary of Oktoberfest. But since that time, it is located in the northwestern part of the Weiss. The admission, the fee, for an admission fee of €4 for adults, children up to 14 are free. Visitors are offered a mini Oktoberfest with lots of nostalgia, historical roller coasters and rides, beer tents with genuine Bavarian customs, and special dark beer, brewed together according to the historical recipe of the Munich breweries, served in a stone mug.
Ooh.
And it says in 2023, this will take place every 4 years. It has to give way in favor of the Bavarian Central Agricultural Festival, Bayerisches. I can't say that. That will be the case in 2024. So if you go next year, you'll miss out on this thing because it has to give way for a different festival.
Here, this is a phrase that I never want to take part of. Historical roller coasters.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but this is more of like the fun park for families to go to, instead of the beer tents where everyone's puking, and I don't know if they're puking, but getting drunk and grabbing ass and stuff. Maybe that's not the best place for kids, but this place you can go and pay $4 for adults or €4 and kids free, and go enjoy some rides. Well, what would those rides cost you, Kris?
Yeah, well, this is going to kind of tell you how to budget for Oktoberfest, at least for 2023, or at least this year. Obviously, this depends on how much you can consume. Luckily for everyone, though, getting into the festival and into the beer tents is 100% free.
Free. It's free.
That just means all the idiots show up when it's free. But that's only fun to a point, and nobody attends Oktoberfest to sit in a beer tent empty-handed.
No.
If you show up there, it's you can expect a liter of beer at Oktoberfest to cost you about €14 without tip, give or take, depending on which tent you're in. You know what's the equivalent to that?
It's pretty expensive.
So we're talking about $20.
Probably close to $20 for a liter. Yeah, I don't have my conversion right
Denny.
now, or maybe it's closer to 15. Maybe the euro's down.
I guess it all depends, huh?
It depends on what money is up and down.
Okay, so let's see, €14 is going to be $15.
$15. Okay, yeah. So
we're not too
almost
bad.
1-to-1. Yeah, that's not bad. 1-to-1. It used to be 2-to-1.
15 or €14 is about $15.27. Okay, not awful. Where was I? A liter of water and other non-alcoholic drinks cost almost as much. Drink the beer. It's going to taste
Yeah.
better.
Can you bring in water? I wonder if you can strap it to your under your girlfriend's or wife's.
That's not a water
skirt.
bottle on my thigh. Just saying. There isn't a recommended amount of money to bring, but however big your beer appetite, make sure you bring cash and more cash as opposed to plastic and more plastic.
Okay.
So
cash rules.
Cash is definitely king, whether it's in the United States or Munich.
So what do you think? 14 euros, then you give them 15 euros. That's the tip included.
No. Well, think about it. What do we?
I mean,
what do you? Okay, so
you're not gonna break bills, are you?
No.
Or you just give 20 euros.
They'd probably get 20 from me, either because I'm lazy, but I feel like people are struggling in jobs everywhere. But I don't know. $15. 20% of $15 is $3.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can be kind of a high roller, unless you're carrying, a bunch of 5s, 10s, and 1s, so you can go to the Bavarian strip clubs later.
That's yeah.
See them slip out of their dirndls.
Yeah, the Oktoberfest strip club.
Yeah. All right. So for Oktoberfest 2023, you'll also need to budget for food. Menu options and prices at each tent vary, but expect to spend between €9 and €30 on a meal, with a half a chicken being around €15. With entertainment, if you're the kind of person who can stomach carnival rides in the middle of a beer festival, let's just skip that. We'll read it just because it's there. If you can stomach carnival rides in the middle of a beer festival, this applies to you. Also, bravo. The rides will cost you a few euros per ride and possibly a little bit of dignity as well.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, Denny. I'm not going for rides.
Only if I do it before. I've made a mistake of drinking in Vegas, drinking until 3 a.m, going back, sleeping for 2 hours, going back out, and having the wife insist that we go to the Star Trek experience, where they have those inside motion.
Oh God!
That shake you around. I made it without getting sick, although my buddy Sean was definitely not feeling. He was a little bit green. We made it through 2 of those rides where we were being shaken around. Went out and I still had a drink, some kind of green drink with my wife, because she wanted to go to Quirk's Bar and enjoy whatever the fancy drinks are. And I drank it, and my buddy Sean drank a Sprite because he couldn't handle the thing. So I can do it. I'm man enough.
Oh yeah. How long ago was that Vegas trip?
Yeah, that was in 2006, I think.
Yeah. I triple dog dare you right now.
I'm more manly now than I was back then.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we'll see how that goes for you. Then souvenirs, like it or not, someone in your group is going home with a dancing chicken hat. Listen, I want to buy souvenirs if I'm there. Yeah. Souvenirs start at just a couple of euros and work their way up to, quote, how big a feather can I get in my hat? Expensive. So you're looking at food, beers, entertainment is kind of and then souvenirs, and then obviously if you're gonna stay somewhere.
Yeah. Okay. What will the weather be like for Oktoberfest? Part of the reason Oktoberfest was moved to September is because the weather is better. However, you can never really tell. Some years it's chilly, some it's rainy, and some years the sky is blue and the sun is shining, and we're not just talking about the ceiling inside the Hacker Shore tent. I guess that's painted with skies, right? Sky blue. Nice. Where are the restrooms? Hey, you got to know where to pee with all that beer going in. Got to come out, right? The large beer tents have their own restrooms with plenty of stalls for fast-moving lines. Outside the beer tent, you can follow the giant Cupid's arrow to the nearest restroom. There you go. There's your hint to where you can pee. Just don't whip it out and pee on the side of the fence. Be
classy.
Yeah, be a little.
We're representing our country, damn it.
Yeah. Hey, can you smoke in the beer tents? Absolutely not.
Yes.
There's a strict no smoking policy inside the beer tents, but each tent typically has a designated smoking area outside the tent, usually near the rear. And will I get fined and or arrested and or publicly ridiculed if I try to steal a glass mug from the beer tent? Abso-freaking-lutely.
Well, if you try to steal, that's definitely getting caught.
Yeah.
Amateurs.
Yeah. So there you go. The lowdown on what you need to know if you want to go to Oktoberfest in Munich, Germany. I'd love to hear any of our listeners' experiences being at Oktoberfest, what they can provide as guidance for other people that would like to go, that they've learned lessons there. They learn would be great. So please send those to us. Whew. Okay, Kris. We have finished the show almost. We need to go ahead and talk about our new and noteworthy beers. Looks like we both have a single beer to talk about, which is perfect because we are getting close to the end of the time limit for our show. So, Kris, why don't you go ahead and talk about your new and noteworthy beer?
Well, this beer came from Matt Knight when he stopped by and visited us. This was a brown it's from Wood Kettle Brewing, Brother Bear Brown Ale. Now this was actually what they noted on the side of the can. Oh, I do have it here. It's from Brother Bear Brown Ale. And they won the New York State Brewers Association Governor's Cup last year for this beer. It clocking in at 4.7%, roasty, little malty. It was just perfect.
Wow. Was it perfect?
5-cap rating.
Oh, it was perfect.
Rating.
Look at you.
And,
look at you.
And initially, and Matt pointed out when he handed it to me, he goes, yeah, this was the they won the Brewers Association Governor's Cup right here. And I was like, okay, great. Like, it's New York. It's not the whole country. Damn, this was a good beer. Damn, that was a good beer.
Oh, he showed you, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. But in a cool label too. It's they've even got the cup right there.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's like a Stanley Cup looking thing.
I don't know if that's exactly what it is, but it's a cool label. What about you, Denny? What was your new and noteworthy beer from the last time we chatted?
Yeah. It's not a perfect beer. It's not a 5-cap rating, but it's still a great beer that I really enjoyed a 4-pack of. It's from Jim Dandy Brewing. Yes, I have more Jim Dandy beers. My wife went back to Pocatello to help Haley, my daughter, set up her classroom. That's an annual thing she does every year. And of course, I couldn't have her come back without bringing some more beers. And the one beer that was new, she brought back some more of the 5-year anniversary beer, which I've had now. I think I've had at least 4, 8, 10. I think I had 10 of those 5 anniversary beers. I really like that beer. It's really good. I think every one I have is gotten better. But
they get better the more you drink them.
It does. Yeah, I think as it, I don't know if it's as it ages or what is going on, but it does taste the ones I've had from this last 4-pack, I'm enjoying way more than I enjoyed the original ones, and I really enjoyed the original ones pretty good. So, but this one is their Renegade Rice Double IPA. And what I said about this is super dense, pure white head, nice hoppy aroma with melon tropical florals, smooth, creamy mouthfeel with citrus, pithy bitterness, a good blend between a hazy and a West Coast IPA, 4.25 cap rating. I have one of these beers left. I drank 3 of them, and I'm telling you what, every time I have one, I enjoy it more and more. But yeah, I decided to give it a 4.25. I might raise it. I might raise my 5-year beer one up too, because like I said, the more I drink it, the more I pick out things that I enjoy about it, and the better it tastes. So Jim Dandy never disappoints. 4.25 is a great rating, great beer. All right, Kris, last call. Time to raise your glass to someone you'd like to raise a glass to. So who would you like to raise a glass to tonight?
I'd like to raise more than just a glass. I want to raise an entire 2 cases to the folks over at Marker 48.
Wow, look at that.
So Tina asked me the other day, she goes, hey, so on Saturday, you want to go to Marker 48? And I went, yeah. And they're about an hour and 15 minutes from us. And it's not just we'll just go on a whim kind of thing. And I just want to say thank you to everybody there, because not only was it, I mean, we just went in, we grabbed some food, we grabbed a couple of beers, and just, we sat and had some fun, took some pictures, and, and I told Tina, I said, look, I don't care what you get while you're there, but I am grabbing a case of Marker Light and I'm grabbing a case of Marker Aid.
Oh, nice.
And I did both. So the other case is in the fridge already. But even if it wasn't for knowing a lot of people there and knowing Tina and Mo and all the guys over there, this is just such an absolutely wonderful experience just going to this brewery. The beers are great. The environment is even better. We were sitting outside, and if anybody's in Florida right now, you know that it has just been, well, humid, wet blanket feeling kind of weather. And it was so nice that there were all these fans and things everywhere. So we sat inside for a little bit, had some food from the food truck, and then grabbed some beers. And not only were the beers are always good, but the environment is awesome, and the people just make it that much better too.
Yeah.
So,
and don't touch plants.
Yeah, don't touch the crazy plant lady's plants. Because I don't know if you guys saw the post that we put on Facebook. I love the sign that they have out there, and I don't know who specifically is the crazy plant lady, but Tina, if it's you, this makes a whole lot of sense. And she has a sign out there with all the plants that are in there. It says, "Do not touch the fucking plants." It just says FKN, or you will never ever be allowed back again.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So
we got a lot of traction on that post.
Yeah. Hashtag crazy plant lady.
Yeah.
Hashtag Marker 48 Brewing. So
great.
But then, so as soon as you and Sarah get out here,
we're going
I've already told my Tina, hey, we're just gonna get a little Airbnb out there on the river or something. This is like, the river's fed by the spring, so the river is just blue and crystal clear. So it'll be a nice little vacation an hour north of us.
Okay, we'll
go spend some time with them.
Of course.
What about you, Denny? Who do you want to raise a glass to this evening?
Well, first, our Patreon toast tonight goes to our good buddy in Sweden, Johan Halberg. Cheers to you, buddy. I hope you're doing well. I still need to send you that mini tacker of the month, the very first one. I know I'm slacking.
What have you been doing with your life?
I'm busy doing a lot of stuff, but I will send that out. Don't worry. And my personal toast goes out to my buddy Peter at work. I didn't realize he didn't know that I did a craft beer podcast for all this time. And, he's listening to a few shows. Maybe he'll listen to this one because he does like German beer and he might want to learn about Oktoberfest. So cheers to you, Peter. I hope you enjoy the show. And of course, being a former serviceman, I always want to raise my glass and thank all those who have served and are currently serving in the U.S. military services, protecting our freedoms. Thank you to all those who are deployed, and we hope you're able to return home safe to your families very soon. And Kris, why don't you go ahead and give a toast to our sponsor?
Speaking of the folks over at Tin Tackers, they are the provider of sweet metal beer signs that will make your walls happy. Tin Tackers has a vast selection of embossed aluminum beer signs. It's like this one. Perfect for your garage, home bar, or man cave. They have the biggest selection with the best prices. They also have a mini tacker of the month club, a club just for craft beer lovers who collect tin tackers. A surprise in your mailbox every month. Go visit their website at tintackers.com and use the promo code TAPTHECRAFT to check out to save 10% on your entire order, and to let them
Entire.
know, I said entire, right?
Yes, I said
Okay.
entire again.
Entire order to let them know that we sent you.
All right. You can find the beers and links to the articles mentioned in the show and the show notes located on the show post at taptocraft.com. It is last call. It's time to bring the show to a close. We want to thank you for downloading and listening. We ask you to please tell a friend and, of course, subscribe on your favorite podcast app. And as a reminder, we release a show every 2 weeks. Now go out there and spread the good word of craft beer.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, you nurse that beer the entire show.
Listen,
man.
quiet down. This was I would be willing to bet this is a 14% beer.
Okay. 6.5.
Are we gonna have a pissing contest right now?
6.5, and I can't read this.
That's right. Show me how big it is, Denny.
I can't read this because I'm blind.
For those of you that are still with us on Facebook, thank you so much for joining us. We will see you guys in another 2 weeks.